Hello and welcome to PD6S channel. This is going to be a video on my patch collection. I'm probably going to have to make a couple of cuts in here because we're going to be going to other locations to see the non-Velcro patches, but here are the Velcro ones. I keep them all in this Tactical Tailor Mil-Spec Monkey collaboration bag. I actually got this for free in a gun trade. I was trading some guns with a guy and he's like, well, does that sound good to you? And I saw this on his table at the gun show. I was like, you throw in that Mil-Spec Monkey Tactical Tailor thing, call it good. And I really wish I could find this exact thing, but in a gun case. I haven't been able to find something quite like this. There are some things like the case the FN45 Tactical comes in. It's probably the closest, but nothing quite like this. So, on the inside, start on this side, Glock patches. I got those at a gun store in Springfield, Missouri. They had a whole bunch of them. Then we have a panel of flags and YouTube related shit and crap like that. Nothing fancy. Iraq veteran. That's a medical tape I have to put on a bag. Some of these have been pulled from various spots to go back in here for this video. It's a Wayland patch from Aliens, which when I got this, I was like, yeah, make it subdued because I figured it would look cool. But they didn't mention that, you know, it'd still be fucking gray. So I should have just got it full color, because then this would be gold and the back would be black. It'd look a lot sharper. Anyway, to the other side, I got an Ares armor patch. Actually, I got sent that by Captain Burrs with some shit I got from him. Troy Industries, I think that's a Mil-Spec Monkey patch. These two are OML patches. Delgaff, Do I Look Like I Give a Fuck? And Hey Fuckface. One Asterisk, a friend of mine gave that to me. SOE. I love that patch because of the made in the motherfucking USA. Moving on. This is a US shooting patch from like 70s or 80s that I got on eBay and then cut Velcro to go on the back of it. And this actually stuck surprisingly well. The Pork Eating Crusaders, Mil-Spec Monkey, blood type patch, Meat Popsicle, because who doesn't love that movie? That's from The Fifth Element, in case you didn't know that. You know, the police knock on his door. Are you classified as human? Negative, I am a meat popsicle. It's that. I think it's funny. Bazinga, because why not? That's also an OML patches. Go check out OML patches if you guys haven't heard of them before. They make some good shit. It's the Gun Channels patch. I got sent that by Stone Guy 223. I sent him something and he sent me a couple of patches and a bottle of Breakthrough as like a thank you. These two Aimpoint patches also I got off eBay, and they are the same. Added Velcro to the back of them. They didn't stick quite as well as the US shooting patch. I did that one first, saw how well it looked, and I was like, well shit, I'm gonna do that to all of them. Apparently, if they've been ironed onto something before, it works a lot better. Because this thing had been ironed onto something in the past, and it's all hard, and you have to be careful when you pull these off of things that you don't take the patch off the tape. Although, now that these have been together for a few years, they're pretty solid. And that's just the standard, like, Velcro tape that you get at, like, Lowe's. I bought some of that to do a shotgun card, and I had stuff left over. And the other side of that is name tapes, and you don't need that. So that's pretty much all the Velcro patches. Like, I don't have a whole lot, but I got some cool ones. And I love the storage case. I'd love to get this full eventually. Now we're gonna go inside and look at some shit up that are hanging on the walls. So you should see it right after this cut. Okay, now that we're inside, I collect old military patches and some other shit too. Here are a couple that are outside the case. These are 173rd Airborne patches from NAM, and they've got the tapes to go with them, the airborne tapes. Those are extras. There's one of those in the case right there. All of these are original World War II patches. This one in the middle here is my great-grandfather's naval aviation unit from World War II. They flew one of the first combat jet aircraft the United States had. It was called Orion Fireball. It was a prop jet hybrid, which is pretty cool. He used to have all sorts of stories about going up to like commercial flights and shit back in the day and turning off the prop and watching people go, whoa, what the hell, through the window as it like took off going fucking 700 miles an hour or whatever it was. They were almost like breaking the sound barrier with those things. Just not quite. Everybody knows the first one that broke the sound barrier is the Bell X-1 that was actually rocket powered. Anyway, so I think I remember what most of these are. Let's start at the beginning. That's the 1st Infantry Division. That's the 2nd. 3rd Infantry Division. These are mostly Army. 4th ID. 5th and 6th ID. I don't remember which one's which. 9th Infantry Division. That's the 10th. It's 10th Mountain. I'm missing the Mountain Rocker. I'd love to find one of those. That's 68th ID, 29th ID. That's 29th Corps, 1st Cav. That's 5th Army, 75th ID, 101st Airborne. I think that's like 13th Airborne. I might be wrong about that. 17th Airborne. It's like 81st or 80th maybe ID. It's somewhere in there. Maybe 78th. It's somewhere between 78 and 81. I don't remember which one though. And this may be 13th Airborne, or maybe that's 15th Airborne. I get confused on those as well. Sorry, I don't have all these perfectly memorized. I think that's 66th ID. I think that's 7th Army. 82nd Airborne, 173rd Airborne. 45th ID. This is actually a hat badge, cap badge, that airborne / glider units wore during World War II. I think that's 91st ID, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the patch for basically a regimental training corps or something like that. There's a stateside training depot patch for World War II. There was an overseas training regiment too that I think the only difference was this yellow stripe was white. Fun fact. This is 84th ID, if I didn't say that one. I don't think I did. That's about it. I mean, like I said, I may not be 100% on all of those, but most of those are fucking right. I like this one. It's either 60th or 66th. I don't remember which. It's been a while since I really looked at those. But if you've never looked at any of those old World War II patches, they're pretty cool. And something like this, I think, is just fun to have on the wall. You guys couldn't see my hand moving. It's a gorgeous display case. I like having it. So, now for the next one. Okay, and this is more like our 1960s type case. It's all mostly Apollo patches and Vietnam Era Special Forces patches. That's all that's really in here. If you notice, all of the Apollo patches are there except Apollo 12. I had the Vietnam Era Special Forces stuff and was looking for something to fill out a case, and I ran across these Apollo patches and I thought they're pretty cool. This is basically a morale patch. The one next to it, the Navy SEAL looking one, this is the Naval Special Warfare Development Group patch. Next to that, that's Recon Team Alabama. That's an in-theater made patch for a MACV-SOG unit. And the one up here is a similar patch, but I'm not exactly sure which unit that's for. Mainly because it doesn't say on it, it just says sort of where they were stationed. Above that's just standard MACV-SOG and theater-made patch. That's this one. Next to that is a Special Forces Command group patch. Pretty cool. It's probably a pretty rare patch. Then next, this one on the other side, that is a Mike Force patch. Mobile Strike Force was always shortened to Mike Force. If you don't know anything about Mike Forces and MACV-SOG and all that, these guys were fucking badasses. I mean, basically this whole thing developed under the idea that they'd go and set up these camps, and then the camp would get raided by the enemy and taken over, and then they'd send in the Mike Force to go clean it out again. Okay, this is Special Operations Command Headquarters unit patch, and then it's that Recon Team Plame, something like that. Plame. I'm not sure exactly how you say that. I know just enough about these to be dangerous, so but I think they're pretty cool. That pretty much finishes out the patch collection. Hope you guys liked it. That's kind of a different video. I assume some of you guys are into this shit. I'd love to see what you guys do with your patches. Be sure to like, thumbs up the video, subscribe, and do any of the rest of that bullshit you feel is necessary, and I'll see you guys in the next one.